Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Brooklyn Bulls taking on the Memphis Hounds.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Memphis Hounds and the Brooklyn Bulls. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn Ball Club. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last night. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Throwing to start the drive. Everett, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 3rd down, Durant. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Hounds take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 67 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
To throw on 3rd down. Everett, complete. Smith has it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here for Davis. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pryor into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Blair. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Everett. He's got Smith here. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And after that incompletion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Everett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blair. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Looking to throw. Everett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bulls are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 75 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. To throw on 2nd down. Pryor able to locate Andrews here on the out route. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Pryor, and he'll go right back to Andrews. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Pryor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Everett. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Seven, our score after 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Everett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff up the middle. Blair. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. They took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Pryor. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. To throw on 2nd down, Pryor. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good footwork at the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Everett.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Everett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pryor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pryor. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Throwing to start the drive. Everett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw on 2nd down, Everett. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. second down. It's Blair, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Everett over the middle to Smith. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Everett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Everett, and it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pryor got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Pryor, he stiff arms him. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pryor. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 2nd down. Pryor. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Hounds are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. The Rams trying to pick up the late season W, something they've only done twice to this point all year. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Pryor. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pryor looking middle, and that's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Everett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Everett. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Everett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Everett. Over the middle, complete. That's Blair. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the ground, and he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Pryor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pryor finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some nifty footwork that time. It only amounts to a couple of yards, but could have been stopped before that.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Everett. He finds his man. Complete. It's Blair. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's caught. Smith.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing on 1st down. Everett. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On 2nd down now. It's Blair, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Everett over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Everett. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Everett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Looking to throw. Everett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On 1st and 10, Everett throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Everett. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Throwing after the interception. Everett, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Blair. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down, Everett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Everett. He finds his man, complete. That's Powers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Everett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Everett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. Throwing on first down. Pryor.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Pryor, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Everett. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Everett. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blair. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bulls will add to their 4th quarter lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 9. 1:55 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pryor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. Pryor. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, Blair. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, it's Blair, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the home team here, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.